Hi, I'm Jevonna, co-owner of Venue 3 Event Space, your contemporary lifestyle venue. I also have a brand called the Entreprenew Her, where I assist women start up their business. The venue came about because I had a passion for decorating. For ever since I can remember, parties having a big deal for me. So I used to have these parties or birthday dinners for my birthday, and it just started from there. I love to decorate, just make it look pretty. And then I had my daughter, so it just carried on. The venue, it actually fell into my lap. Because I decorate, I was coming to help somebody else that was in the same complex fill up her space. And then my mom actually came to show me this, and I just felt like it was a sign. I always as I move further into my decorating career, I realized that I should have an event space too. Like, you know, the money is a good investment. And I also worked alongside my partner, Crystal Belly, at her event space. So I kind of was on the back end seeing, you know, how the day-to-day workflow went with having an event space. So I was like, this is something that I want. And once I saw this space, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be it. And I just took that leap.
Empowering women to be okay with who they are and what they do. Give me that. That's the mindset, right? We gotta lock that in right here. Once we lock that in here, that should be like, you be bubbly as shit. Your head be bobbling and everything. I'm trying to tell you, lifting the hair, all that. I want to see it all. 3, 2, 1. Where the head bobble at?
Okay, so the Entreprenew Her was started basically to assist women with starting their businesses. I felt like when I first started my business, I reached out to a lot of people. I didn't get a lot of help. I didn't have a lot of resources. I didn't know the proper steps to take to run a business. So I felt like creating the Entreprenew Her basically was going to assist women. Like, I wanted to help them grow their business. I wanted to help them start it the proper way, because I feel like females think, or not just females, people think when you get an LLC that, oh, I have a business. But it's actually some steps you need to take, like, before you get your legal filing. You actually have to sit there and, you know, think about your idea, think about what problem it's solving, create a business plan, so you can have a roadmap. And during the times that you get stuck in your business, you can always refer back to your roadmap. So that's basically why I started the Entrepreneur. I just want to put out as much information and give resources to the women who need it. Okay, so honestly, nobody influenced me to become an entrepreneur. It's just a lifestyle that I always wanted, only because I knew I didn't want to work for nobody. Like, I would always come up with ideas to, like, you know, so that I wouldn't have to work for nobody, like business ventures, like all types of stuff I would come up with. But I kind of wouldn't pursue them because I was scared. Like, you know, what if nobody support me? You know, where am I going to get funding from? Just stuff like that. But honestly, it's just a lifestyle that I always wanted. Like, the building is on, it's already, you know, an office space. So it was like, in order to get it rezoned, that's something that the owner has to do, because you don't own it. I don't own it, I'm only leasing. Right. So, and they like, that's a big lawyer fee, and then you gotta go before the community, because the community gotta take a vote as well. So what happens is, you know, and I asked them, I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? This is the event space, you know. When somebody asked me, like, when was the right time, or how did you know, I didn't know. Like, I just did it. I took a leap of faith, and I feel like when I quit my job, it was because, like, it was time. Like, I felt something in me, and it was like, these people, they're not paying you enough, They don't appreciate the stuff you're doing. They don't want you to excel. They just want you to grow their company. And I just feel like it wasn't for me. So one day it was just so much going on, and I just was like, you know, after getting written up 3 and 4 times, that day I got written up twice in a day. And I'm just like, you know what? I quit. I walked into HR and I said, I can't do this. This is not for me. And I can't even say I was scared in that particular moment. It felt good, like finally, yes, I quit. I no longer had to work for these people. But then it was like, afterwards, like when I actually walked out, like, okay, what am I going to do next? So that's where the fear kicked in, like not knowing what was next for me. And I say this all the time, like, prayer is so important, because I was praying, God, if you want me to be an entrepreneur, just say it. Like, because I was already doing events, so I could have just did that full time. But then I walked into these doors and I just knew this was for me. So balancing motherhood and a business is extremely difficult. Like, I don't know how I did it at times. Being here took me away from my family, like, you know, family time on the weekends, Sunday, fun day, like however people say that. Like, I had to be here. Like, at the time I didn't have no staff, none of that. So it's like I had to be here. It was times I bring my kids here, you know, but it's long hours here. Events, you know, you get a total of 7 hours, so you gotta be here to let them in, and you gotta be here to close. So I had to start like setting time aside for my family. Like, these days are strictly for my kids, you know, no work. Because I feel like it was taking a strain on them. Like, you know, me not being, it's weekends that I didn't see my kids. Like, I would leave on Friday, be here Saturday, Sunday, and don't see them till Monday. So it was like extremely difficult, but I found balance in just making specific days for them. If I could bring them in for a couple hours, take them back home, and just making them a part of things that's happening here. My son, he know how to sweep and mop. My daughter know how to set the tables out. So just making them a part of something that matters to them too. Shoot, I feel like it sparked something in me. Like, you know, I went through a lot after opening the event space, and, you know, failed relationships. So it was like the picture just of me giving myself my crown back. It just was like, yeah, it's time to turn up now. Like, you know, you got these ideas, you got these goals. It's time to let all that go and just focus and accomplish these goals. My advice to aspiring entrepreneurs would just be to like go hard. If you're passionate about it, just do all that you need to do to get where you need to be. You gotta be consistent, dedicated. It's gonna be bad days. Like, it's definitely gonna be bad days. It's gonna be days where you wanna give up, where you feel as though, you know, whatever you're doing is not working. It's gonna be days when you're uncomfortable, but just keep pushing, keep going, like, don't stop. The grind to me means working excessively hard at something you want to accomplish. Just like putting your all into it and not stopping until you accomplish it. I want to give a shout out to Dine and Forever Focus Photography for giving me this opportunity. If you guys are ever in Philly and you're looking for an event space, I am located on 1000 Diamond Street, Suite 116, or you can visit the website www.venue3eventspace. If you guys need assistance with starting your business, you can find me on Instagram at the Entrepreneurship. I want to give a shout out to my partner, Crystal Bailey. I appreciate you having my back through this all. I want to give a shout out to everybody who books Finger 3 event space. I appreciate the support. To my assistant and my staff members, thank you for always having my back. My family, thanks for being there and understanding.